It's a beautiful day and a beautiful day for some more fun, but also concerning Reddit stories, and I hope you guys are excited. The first story of the day is called, Am I the a-hole for leaving the room after my boyfriend surprised me? My 23 female boyfriend, 26 male, had been away for almost a month and was supposed to return this morning from his trip, but told me in the last minute that he decided that he wanted to stay one more day at his sister's, who he hadn't seen in a while. I'd been waiting excitedly for an entire month just to see him. I'd made some decorations and I wore his favorite clothes and ordered his favorite snacks, and yeah, I was disappointed and upset when he changed his plan last minute. He had no particular reason to want to stay one extra day, so that made me even more upset. The thing is though, he surprised me in the past by showing up earlier than he was supposed to. So I asked him at least 5 different times whether he was lying to me because he wants to surprise me. Because if he is, I'd be really upset to be disappointed, only to realize that it's not real, and I don't want to have a set of negative emotions for no reason. He said that he's being genuine and even sent me a screenshot of the cancelled ticket. So I let it go and I took down the decor and I changed and I ate some of the snacks and I cried myself to sleep. But guess what happens? He shows up the next day, today in the morning, when he was supposed to. I was obviously happy to see him, but not as enthusiastic as I should have been. He asked me why I was being somewhat dry and distant. Oh, I wonder why. So I explained that I told him very clearly that I did not want to feel disappointed for no reason, and him telling me intricate lies that made me feel really sad, only to show up anyway, made me feel like he didn't value my feelings. He got mad and said that I was being unreasonable because everybody likes surprises. I told him that while usually I do, this absolutely did not feel like a surprise, and I left the room and I went to my friend's room. I got a bunch of messages from him saying that I'm being unreasonable and that I'm overreacting. My friend also thinks that maybe I'm being a bit unreasonable to leave him alone when I haven't seen him in so long, so now I feel guilty for walking out. Am I the a-hole? No, definitely not. Edit, holy moly, I did not expect this to blow up this much. Wow, I haven't heard somebody say holy moly in so long. I read almost all of your comments, and if I'm being honest, I felt a little bit defensive of him, but your comments overwhelmingly convinced me that I should value my feelings more than I have so far. I also realized that this is not the first time that he hasn't valued my feelings. I do appreciate all of your comments, and I had a long talk with him about it, and other times as well where my boundaries were not respected at all, and he absolutely did not get it. He half-heartedly apologized but took almost no accountability, and I think this is the last straw. I'm done putting in all the effort and I'm gonna break up with him soon. It'll be hard because I really thought this one actually cared, lol, but yeah, think I need to be single for a while now. Thank you so much again. Wow, that sucks. But also, like, maybe it doesn't suck. Maybe it's a good thing. You'll be okay, OP. Everything is going to be completely fine. And yeah, you're probably better off without him. You're definitely not the a-hole, OP. And yeah, all the best in the future too. I feel like stuff like this is definitely a blessing in disguise. What? Like maybe it's not even in disguise. Like the fact that he didn't take that well. He half-heartedly apologized but almost took no accountability. He absolutely did not get it. Yeah, and that's on him. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. It's giving the same vibe as a group of friends or family pretending that they forgot somebody's birthday and then surprising them at the end of the day with a party. The issue about it is the birthday person probably suffered the entire day for no good reason, thinking that they were forgotten. As you explained, he knowingly upset you in order to hopefully get a nice big reaction. He still went through with it even after you clarified that you'd be really upset if he was lying about it the night before. Yeah, 1,000,000%. I thought that too, like the birthday party sort of stuff. Yeah, like that's not a fun surprise. Yay, surprise, I lied to you. Like I'm gonna upset you and then I'm gonna make you happy. Like that's not good. This comment said he lied to you so that you'd be upset, so that he could surprise you. That's not surprising somebody. That's disappointing them and hurting them intentionally so that you can then swoop in and be the momentary hero. It's the emotional equivalent of tripping somebody so that you can get credit for taking care of their bruises. Not the a-hole, but he's not a nice guy and he's showing you who he is. Please believe him. And yeah, by the sounds of it, OP definitely is. And it's definitely a hard one too, like where OP said that they felt a little defensive of him. I feel like that's definitely a natural feeling too. Like, oh no, he's a good person, you know, don't be too harsh on him. And the fact that when OP had a sit-down conversation with him about it, and he completely did not get the point. Yeah, I feel like that's a blessing. Like, thank you so much. You've made the choice for me. You're showing me clearly who you are. I'm so happy that you're not putting up with it, OP. Wow, the next one says, I, 44 male, hate my girlfriend's 47 female kids. My girlfriend's kids are 2 of the most worthless human beings I've ever met. Both are adults, 25 male and 28 female. The daughter has 2 kids, 4 and 8 years old. Neither of them have jobs, both live off the government and me. We've been together for 18 months and it's a constant fight. She wants to give her kids everything. I want to live our lives happily. On average, it's about $1,000 a month to support her kids. My kids are grown and self-sufficient. Am I wrong to be mad that I constantly have to pay for 2 adult children? Her daughter comes and stays in our 5th wheel all the time. She and her kids have destroyed the trailer to the point where it's worth $30,000 less than it should be. It's so filthy. I can't get her to clean up after herself and her kids. Am I the a-hole? Yeah, like the top comment says, why are you still in this relationship? The comment below that says, it's not a relationship, it's a sponsorship. Yeah, the comment below that too, I completely agree. It sounds like you're constantly compromising your own happiness and well-being while your girlfriend isn't respecting your boundaries or addressing the issues, OP. Not the a-hole. Yeah, because even you said, OP, that it's a constant fight. So I'm guessing that you've definitely said how you feel about this. By the sounds of it, you've got this sort of attitude where you sort of feel like you need to do this, OP. So yeah, you need to tell them your boundaries. You need to be like, no, I'm not gonna do this. This comment says, am I wrong to be mad that I constantly have to pay for 2 adult children? Why are you paying? And an 18-month relationship leads you to supporting these adult kids? Boundaries, you need some, and maybe you shouldn't have all moved in together before sorting all of this out. The comment above that says, walk away. 18 months and she's turned you into social security service for her kids. Soon she'll be asking for one or both to move into your house until they figure things out, and you'll be supporting a village of deadbeats and moochers. They've already destroyed your 5th wheel and turned your home into a garbage dump. Walk away, cut your losses and walk away from this crap show. Yeah, you don't have to pay for them, OP. Like, I feel like that's a really simple boundary. No, okay, you're not having any more money. Or no, I'm not buying any more stuff. Or like whatever you're doing. Wow, the next one says, am I the a-hole for breaking up with my husband after finding out that he joined a radical gang? Did not expect to read that today. So I, 23 female, have been married to my husband, 23 male, for just over a year. We got married young because we were so in love, and I thought we were on the same page about what kind of life that we wanted. He's always been a bit of a hothead, but I never imagined it would turn into this. A few months ago, he started hanging out with this new group of guys that he met through work. At first, I didn't think anything of it. He said they were like-minded people who understood him better than most. But over time, I noticed that he was acting different, more secretive. He'd stay out late without really telling me where he was going to go, and then he started coming home with this weird aggressive energy. I finally confronted him about it last week when I found a patch with some strange symbol in his jacket pocket. He admitted that he's been hanging out with this radical gang that's all about standing up for what's right, in his words. But when I looked into it, I realized they're extreme, hateful, and honestly dangerous. Everything they believe in goes completely against my morals and how I want to raise our family. We don't have kids yet, but it is something that we have talked about. When I told him that I didn't agree with what he was doing, he got defensive and said, I just don't get it, and that they've given him purpose. He told me that he wouldn't leave the group because they're like brothers to him now. I feel like I don't even know him anymore. So I told him that I couldn't be with somebody who's part of something so toxic and dangerous, and I'm leaving. Now he's furious, saying that I'm abandoning him when he's finally found something meaningful to him. A few of his friends, not gang related, are saying that I should let him figure it out and stay, but I can't bring myself to be okay with it. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with him over this? Or am I being too harsh? No, OP, I definitely don't feel like you're being too harsh. Yeah, like the top comment says, at 23? Nah, get out now before you're 43 with kids and he's in jail for hate crimes. Or worse, still in the house with you and the kids. Oh no, you're definitely not the a-hole. For sure, get out of there, OP. This comment says, Reddit is famous for telling people to split from their partner for the smallest of reasons, but this is not a small reason. Do any of the wives in Sons of Anarchy seem happy? Yeah, that's right. And what OP's talking about isn't like some cool biker gang. What did they say? A radical gang that's all about standing up for what's right. And they're extreme and hateful and dangerous. Yeah, it's not like a funny cool gang like when Homer starts the Hell Satans in The Simpsons. Also, I don't think that like a biker gang is cool, but it's not a biker gang. By the sounds of it, it's a group of really extreme thinking people, and they're hateful and dangerous. Yeah, of course, get out of there, OP. And where they said that he comes home with an aggressive, weird energy, nah, run for the hills, OP. The next one says, am I the a-hole for refusing to let my sister stay with me after she got married and demanded that I adjust my lifestyle for her husband? Okay, so I, 28 female, have a pretty established routine. I live alone in a 2-bedroom apartment, and while I'm not a neat freak, I like my space to be organized and have a certain vibe to it. Minimalist and calm and quiet. My sister, 30 female, recently got married to this guy, 31 male, who I barely know. They live about 3 hours away, and since their wedding a month ago, she's been asking to stay with me for a few weeks. Normally, I'd be fine with it. I love my sister, but there's a catch. When I agreed, she dropped the bomb that she's bringing her husband. Apparently, he doesn't feel comfortable being alone for extended periods, so she wants me to adjust my lifestyle for them as a couple. This means rearranging my apartment for them, having quiet hours hours during the day because he works at home. No longer playing music or hosting friends when they're around. Oh, and she suggested that I stop using the guest room for my own hobbies, which is how I unwind after work. Basically, I'm supposed to cater to their needs and make space for their relationship. I told her that I was not comfortable with that, especially since I don't even know her husband that well, and I wasn't planning on making my home into a mini hotel or daycare for them. She got super upset and called me selfish and said that it's only for a couple of weeks, but I'm really not okay about it. I feel like I'd be giving up a lot of my personal space and peace of mind just for her convenience. Now she's threatening not to visit at all. Oh no! And I'm feeling guilty, but also like she's overstepping. So am I the a-hole for refusing to let them stay under these conditions? Yeah, like the top comment says. It sounds like she wants to move in and live with you rent-free, while not really searching for a place to live. Not the a-hole, your sister sucks. The comment below that says, not the a-hole, something fishy is going on here. Why would they expect you to rearrange your apartment and move out your hobby stuff and change everything for them just for a few weeks? It sounds more like a case of we need somewhere to stay, but we know that we're going to be told no, so we'll visit for a few weeks, but then OP won't be able to get rid of us because she'll be leaving us homeless. So then we can stay for longer and longer until OP has to evict us or accept that this is our home now. And even if it isn't that, who the hell asks a guest to completely rearrange everything for them? My cousin has stayed at my house a lot, and not once has she demanded that I rearrange everything for him. Either your sister and her husband are crappy and demanding guests, or they're crappy and demanding mooches trying to con their way into your home. Either way, say no. It's only gonna end badly. Yeah, and then had the audacity to call OP selfish. Yeah, you're definitely not being selfish, OP. You're not doing something that you're completely uncomfortable about, and that's completely fine. Yeah, you're for sure not in the wrong here, OP. Sorry guys if it looks a little bit different. This is a little bit later. I filmed the video, I started editing the video, and it was way too short, which doesn't usually happen. I want the episode to be at least 20 minutes. So yeah, I'm back to read some more stories. Long time no see. I hope you're doing good. The next one says, am I the a-hole for refusing to give leftovers to a potluck guest who did not chip in? So we lived for nearly 20 years in a townhouse complex that had a lot of neighbors about the same age. A bunch of us got friendly and would gather on somebody's patio or roof deck for happy hour once or twice a week. It was understood to be BYOB, bring your own beverage, and so everybody would show up with a drink or a glass of wine and maybe a bottle of wine for their own refills, except Betsy. She always came with a glass of water and tossed it back, then she'd grab somebody else's bottle of wine and top their glass up whether they needed it or not, and then she'd pour a bunch in her glass. We always let it go because we figured that she was broke and she never rated the same bottle twice. Sometimes we'd throw all of our money together and order food for delivery, usually pizza, and Betsy always managed to eat 2 large helpings of the shared food. It did take a while for us to clue in, but some of us started noticing that Betsy always forgot her wallet and never really put any money into the pot. And we did mention it to each other, but never did anything about it, as it was kind of awkward. The straw that broke the camel's back was the time happy hour and dinner was at our place. Betsy kept on going into our fridge and pouring herself wine from our bottle. Then we all decided to order really good Thai food for delivery, and Betsy, as usual, did not contribute. And it was pretty expensive, as we may have kind of over-ordered. As usual, Betsy has 2 huge helpings. When it came time for people to head home, she packed up the leftover Thai food containers and headed for the door. Oh my god. The audacity. But I grabbed them from her and I split them up into a few bags and gave them to others to take home. And I didn't give any to her. She made a big stink about not getting any leftovers, but I told her that she didn't deserve any since she didn't contribute anything towards the food bill. Some of the neighbors thought that it was mean of me to not give her any leftovers, but others who had noticed Betsy never contributing thought that I was in the right. Of course you're in the right. Betsy broke into tears and took off, and then stopped coming to happy hours with us. Was I the a-hole for not letting Betsy take the leftovers? Edit, I guess I was a bit of an a-hole to her. I probably should have just asked her to take a plate of the leftovers but leave some for others. What comments are you reading, OP? No, you're not the a-hole. You're not the a-hole even a little bit. And no, you absolutely should not have let her take a plate of the leftovers instead. Like this comment says, grabbing the stolen food is being nice. I would disinvite the mooch from all the get-togethers. And the comment below that says never pitching in but still partaking of the meals is already stomping on the borderlines of acceptable behavior. Taking home leftovers after doing that though is clearly out of bounds. Yeah, like talk about audacity. Oh yeah, I know you ordered a whole bunch of expensive Thai food, and I also know that I've already had 2 helpings of it, and I also know that I didn't pay for any of it, but I feel like I should be able to take the leftovers home. Oh, I'm sorry, Betsy. Have you lost your brain? But yeah, I don't like this edit here where OP said, edit, I guess I was a bit of an a-hole to her. No, you weren't. You were not the a-hole. Yeah, like this comment says, not the a-hole. She's been mooching off you guys for long enough. It's about time somebody took a stand and put their foot down about it. She wasn't even taking a glass of wine here or there, but the whole thing was her coming empty-handed and then just helping herself to everybody else's food and drink. The comment below that says, Betsy was taking advantage of your generosity, and it was about time somebody called her out on it. Keep those leftovers for the people who actually contribute and deserve them, not the a-hole. Yeah, going to somebody else's house, having them provide a meal for you, and then you taking their leftovers home without even really asking about it is already bad enough. But it's even worse when you didn't even contribute to the meal at all, and you've already eaten so much of it. Betsy is the biggest mooch ever. Yeah, and also didn't it say that Betsy isn't going to come to them anymore? Yeah, Betsy broke into tears and took off and stopped coming to happy hours with us. Problem solved. The next one says, am I the a-hole for leaving a family vacation after being treated like a babysitter? Every summer, my extended family organises a big vacation. This year, we rented a massive beach house and everybody was supposed to chip in financially and help with the chores. I was really looking forward to it, spending time with everybody, relaxing and maybe even catching up on some much needed rest. But from the moment that we arrived, it became clear that my role was pre-assigned. I don't have kids, but almost everybody else does. And somehow I became the go-to babysitter. Every time I sat down to read or to relax, somebody would ask me to watch the kids real quick while they went to grab a drink or run to the store or take a breather. At first, I didn't mind helping out, but it escalated. I spent entire days running after toddlers on the beach, breaking up sibling fights and dealing with tantrums, all while the parents were nowhere to be found. Yeah, the audacity of that is so wild. When I finally said that I needed a break, I got guilt-tripped with the comments like, it's not that hard, or you don't understand because you don't have kids. I hate guilt-tripping. The tipping point came when one of the mums accused me of being selfish for not wanting to help. That night I packed my things and I left. Good on you, OP. I texted everybody explaining that I felt more like hired help than family and that I needed a vacation too. Now I'm being called immature and ungrateful. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Some family members think I overreacted and I should have gone with the flow, but I can't help feeling like I was being taken advantage of. Am I the a-hole for walking away from the vacation? No, they absolutely are the a-holes. In no universe are you in the wrong here, OP. They absolutely suck. The top comment says, not the a-hole. You went on vacation to relax, not to be an unpaid babysitter for everybody else's kids. It's one thing to help out here and there, but it sounds like they completely took advantage of you. They're guilt tripping and you don't understand because you don't have kids comments are just gross. You have every right to leave when your boundaries aren't respected. If they wanted a full-time babysitter, they should have hired one. Yeah, completely. Yeah, that's actually so frustrating. Okay, Vincey from the future is out of here. I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode, everybody. And as always, thank you for the support. Oh my god, the next one too. These posts have been so wild. Am I the a-hole for cancelling my wedding after discovering my husband's affair with a guest? Hi everybody, I'm having a hard time explaining this. I'm still pretty hurt, disappointed, and shocked. I never thought this could happen to me. I trusted him completely. My wedding day was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. Everything was perfect. The venue, the decorations, and the dress that I dreamed about for years. Family and friends gathered to celebrate our love, and I was beyond excited to start this new chapter. But during the reception, I noticed something odd. My husband seemed unusually attentive to one of the guests, a co-worker of his. They were exchanging glances that felt too familiar, and their interactions left me with a sinking feeling in my stomach. At first, I tried to dismiss it as nerves or overthinking, but something in my gut told me to dig deeper. When I found a quiet moment, I asked him directly about their relationship. To my shock, he admitted that they'd been intimate just weeks before the wedding. He said that it was a mistake and begged me not to ruin the day by making a scene. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand in front of everybody pretending to be happy while knowing what he'd done. I walked back to the reception and I announced the wedding was over. I told everybody why. My side of the family supported me, but some of his relatives accused me of being overdramatic and ruining what could have been a beautiful day. Oh, this can't be real, can it? You think OP ruined the day? Oh yeah, don't blame the cheater. People are so ridiculous. Now days later, I'm questioning everything. Did I overreact by ending the wedding on the spot? Should I have handled it more privately? Of course you're not the a-hole. Why would you marry him? People at the wedding said that you were ruining a beautiful day. What, you don't feel like OP's cheating husband actually ruined it? Imagine blaming OP in this. And of course you're not the a-hole, OP. What were you meant to do, get married anyway? Of course not. This comment says throw the whole man away. The only reason he apologized was so that you wouldn't embarrass him. They're mad because they're related to a cheating coward. The top comment says you're absolutely not the a-hole. Staying in a marriage that starts with betrayal would have been much worse. You deserve honesty and respect, not lies on your wedding day. Yeah, please tell me this one's not real. This comment says, of course you're not the a-hole, ChatGPT. Yeah, it can't be real, can it? I mean, like, it definitely can be real, but if it is real, like this comment says, not the a-hole, you didn't ruin the day, he did. He deserved that public humiliation. Yeah, of course he did. Like, it's so obvious, I feel like it can't be real. Maybe not, though. Like, I can sort of imagine it happening. Yeah, okay, that's enough for today. I've got 2 cute, wholesome memes to show you before you go. Me playing D&D and having fun. The veteran player helping me figure out how spells work and what what all the numbers mean. Oh, that's so cute. Like, you don't know what's going on here, and that's okay. You're having fun, and that's all that matters. I'll happily help you. And also this one, me explaining why my hobby is amazing. My friend agreeing with me. Yes, it's incredible, and I'm so happy that it makes you happy. I love you, and you're an amazing friend. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you had a wonderful time today. If you did, make sure you subscribe if you want to. And the comment of the day goes to Matthew. The cat tree is bearing wonderful fruits. The harvest should be bountiful. Yeah, the cat tree really is bearing beautiful fruits. Like this beautiful little baby right here. I feel like putting the cat tree there for the videos was the best thing I've ever done for the videos, besides showing my face in the videos. Like, it makes the videos so much more fun. It makes them more fun to watch. It makes them more fun for me to edit too. I get to see the cats again, and it's so beautiful. So thank you for suggesting to put the cat tree behind me. I'll see you in the next episode, everybody. Make sure you look after yourself, and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say, because I say it every single day. Bye!